So I'm going to show you how to apply your camouflage. I've been asked a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. I guess people have got some time now to actually order their camouflage colours and apply it and learn how to apply it. So the first things first is that you need to have moisturised before you're actually going to apply it, at least half an hour before, or preferably last night if you're going to apply it in the morning. Then put your suntan lotion on. I'm just going to show you how to cover this tattoo, but this isn't about covering tattoos. This is about covering anything that you might need to cover or feel the need to cover. Your stretch marks, post-surgery bruising, birthmarks, anything that it is that you've used your camouflage cream for. So I'm going to put a tiny amount of suntan lotion. This is Helios SPF 50 gel, upside down. HelioCare Advanced SPF 50 gel. It's absolutely lovely, doesn't leave any residue, and it's just a really nice fine amount, but it's a 50 SPF, so it's very good for your face and your body. I've applied that, and usually you will leave that at least a minute just to sink in, but I'm going to leave it just a couple of seconds. Because this is a tattoo, I'm going to put a cover base on first of all. So what I want to show you is when you take it out of the pot, use a cocktail stick so that you don't put your fingers in your pot. I'm going to take it out and then just put it onto my hand, and then I'm going to use it off my hand. This is bright yellow because this is just going to take away the blueness of the tattoo colour first of all, and then I'm going to put skin colour over the top. But what I want to show you, the most important bit, is the dab and roll. Dab and roll. So I'm pressing into the skin hard enough for it to actually go into the skin, but not so hard that I hurt myself or that I'm causing any kind of trauma whatsoever to my skin. Now, as I've already applied some there, now when I'm doing it, I'm going ever so slightly lighter. And then what I want to do is just do the edging, just to test that just to make sure that the edge goes into my natural skin colour. Now you're still going to be able to see this because this is yellow and that's not my natural skin colour, but it takes away, add a little bit more, it takes away a lot of the blueness out of the tattoo for me to be able to put the skin colour in. So whether you're using one or two colours, preferably if you're one of my patients, I will have found you one colour, so it's much easier for you to use. And I'm just doing now smaller taps so that I don't take any of the underneath of the camouflage off. You can still do a kind of dab and roll, but you're just going a little bit gentler, making sure you just get into those small areas of the tail of this tattoo. Quite difficult if you're a man and you've got really large fingers, but obviously not everybody's going to be covering this. So depending on how big the area will depend on how particular you need to be. Really, sometimes actually with some people you can literally go like this, because actually what you want to do is create a mosaic-y pattern over the skin, and you can see that I'm putting bright yellow onto my skin, but because I'm doing it in a mosaic form and I'm just doing a very small amount, you actually can't see that on my skin as much. But it will still be covering up little tiny freckles, maybe some little thread veins. Okay, so we're going to leave that. Normally you would leave that at least a minute. If you're going to do 2 layers of camouflage, you will leave that at least a minute. I'm only going to leave it a few seconds because of the video, and then I'm going to powder. So again, I've decanted some powder into this little pot, and then I'm going to use a cotton pad. These are great. You don't need any brushes. You know, you notice that I'm using my fingers because I've always got them on me, and then a cotton pad because you can throw it away and you've got no bacteria going into the pot that you're using. I still decant it into a small pot. So put loads onto your cotton pad and then tap it off so you haven't got excess onto here. And then I'm going to dab again, but quite gently this time, because I really don't want to take any of the camouflage cream off. And I'm just going to put a faint amount on, leave it for 30 seconds to a minute, dust the excess off. I'm going to do this a little bit quicker, but you can actually ruin your camouflage and what it looks like if you do it too quickly, because it ends up going a little bit solidified. The powder can go a little bit coagulate within the camouflage cream, so don't go too quickly. This is just for purposes of the video. I've also tested 3 colours in here, mixed 3 colours in here to match my skin tone at the moment, because my skin tone's quite tanned at the moment. Again, use your cocktail stick, take it out of the pot. What you don't want to do is be putting your finger in and out of the pot, because we don't want to be spreading any bacteria anywhere. And then again, you will have left this about a minute just to start to sink into your skin. The longer you leave it, if you've got 10 minutes in the morning and you leave it for 10 minutes, that's great. And then just slowly, in a dab-in fashion, put your skin colour, whatever your skin colour is, whatever your practitioner has shown you or tested on you that is your skin colour, just dab gently. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. Never pick up too much, because you can always add a little bit more. Much easier to add than to take away. Use it on your finger, put it around the finger so that you've got a larger surface area, and just dab gently, quickly. Don't need to take a long time on this. And what I'm going to do is clean my fingers off, and then I'm going to do the edging to make sure that the edging doesn't show. And what I mean by that is just the edge from where your skin turns into camouflage cream. And I just want to blend that out again with my finger, just so that you can't see where it starts and where it begins. And actually, when that happens and you don't even know where you've put your camouflage on, that means you've had a good result there. Tiny little bit more in that area there. Blend it in. Again, I'm going to leave it 30 seconds to a minute, preferably 2 minutes here, because we've got 2 layers on, and then I'm going to powder over the top. If you've got your skin colour, you only need 1 coat, so you will have done this, powdered it. I'll show you how to finish it in a minute, but you don't need 2 coats always. Some people, if they've got a very dark, whatever it is that they want to cover is very dark, then you may need 2 coats of the same colour. So we've done the undercoat, we've done the camouflage cream, skin colour, we've done the SPF, and now we're going to do the top layer of powder. Again, get my cotton pad, clean cotton pad, put my finger in it, and I'm going to dab that into the pot that I've decanted the powder into. So you don't want to use your big pot, because you don't want to get bacteria onto your skin and into the pot. And then again, dab and roll. Actually, I haven't picked enough up there. I'm going to pick a bit more up, tap a little bit off, and then just do a really gentle powder now, because what you don't want to do is pick up any of the camouflage cream that you've put on there. Don't worry if you can see it looking powdery, because we're going to dust that off in a minute. What most people worry about is when they put the camouflage cream on, they say it looks really shiny, and it does, but that goes away as soon as you put your powder on. So I'm even going round my tattooed area now, just to create an overall impression here. And then you can't actually see too much excess powder there, but you would leave this about 30 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes if you've got it. You would take a clean cotton pad, you'll fold it over in half so you can see a nice little round circle there, and then I dust off really, really gently. This is the finest thing you're going to do. You're going to dust off so gently just to get the excess powder off. And then you've managed to cover whatever it is you want to cover. I really hope that helps. Please email me if you've got any more questions, or show me in some of the comments if you've got any more questions. I will send that to individual patients that have asked for it, but also post it on the social media. So please let me know if you need any more help. Thank you.